Okay, YouTube, we got another one. So, picked this up last night, drove it a couple miles, stopped for fuel, filled up over $100 in fuel, because I think that's like a 50 or 60 gallon tank. And after I stopped for fuel, my lights weren't coming on. Markers still work and all that, so I went ahead and parked it. Ironically, I was coming back from a business trip in North Carolina and saw this truck on the way back in Northern Virginia, about 50 miles from my house. I was like, hey, I'll grab that. So now comes the part where I know it will run, I know it will drive. Will it make it though, like 54 miles back to my house? So a little bit on this. It is a 1986 GMC C7000 with a, well, with most of a dump bed in it. And you can see why I say most. Sides are solid. I'm going to cut the floor out. I'll put a new bed in it. Got a new PTO line because the PTO line's, I guess, frozen. But I have a clean title to it. Truck does start up. The choke is frozen, so when the truck's cold, it takes a little bit to get it running. I had this truck running a little bit ago, and listen to how she fires up. It's just the warnings, they all go away. There is no exhaust, so she's loud. Leak is from this, which is what pivots the blade. So the blade doesn't pivot on its own at the moment. It will go up and down. And she's loud. Like, straight off the header loud. You'll see all that leaking, and down here, I filled the oil, and it's in a weird spot, and I did a very bad job filling it. But, yeah, she's rougher than I thought. I saw the price, told the guy, if it starts and moves, I will take it, no questions asked. Got there and realized that might not have been my best course of action. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down real quick. Battery gauge works, air pressure, coolant temp works, fuel or oil pressure does not. This does not work. Fuel gauge does not work. So we got a mix. This is what switches between your normal headlights and your plow lights. It did work yesterday, and then it stopped working yesterday. So yeah, what I'll probably do is I have a chest mount for my GoPro. Probably throw you on my chest, and we'll start driving. The oil was a little low on this, which is why I wanted to check it. So let me see real quick. When I checked this oil yesterday, it was a smidge low, but it also looked brand new. So I have too much oil in there now. Oh well, that's how I'd prefer to have it. So I went ahead and got 10 quarts this morning from AutoZone. And that's just because I don't know. I know the guy that I bought it from just flipped it. Oh, shit. That's a pretty good crack. This whole tire, I didn't realize. The back tires I looked real close at, and they look good. That front tire is looking rough. But I know the guy who I bought it from, yeah, both of the fronts are rough. I think he did a real quick flip on it type thing. So he didn't have a whole lot of knowledge about the truck, that kind of stuff. And he was very upfront about the fact that he hadn't had it very long. But paid $3,000 for it. Looking at it, I think I overpaid. But at the same time, I don't think it'll take a whole lot. I mean, the bed's going to be new metal down here, which I think I have something I'll use for that. The frame, it looks bad, but it's all surface, so I'll wire wheel it and put pour 15 on it. I'll go ahead and just pour 15 the whole bed while I'm at it. The cab needs new everything. The passenger side isn't horrible. Actually, I'm gonna have to pull this out to actually see, but it feels kind of soft there. The driver's side, there is no cab floor against it. So this is coming detached. They put this in here. Plow isn't horrible. I mean, obviously it's not the best. But if we come over here, I stepped on this last night and it broke free, so we have some baling wire holding that. There is really no floor here. They put like sound deadening, I guess, to try to hold it together. We'll take all this out and put a new piece in there, bend it out and all that. I'm not really stepping on this because if this breaks, then that's not really being held. So it's fun to watch me get in the truck, but I don't have somebody to record, so you're not going to get to see that. This has apparently worked. I don't know if I buy it. That chain is solid locked. Unless there's... No, that chain just looks solid locked. So we'll see if we can break it free and use it, but I don't have high hopes. But yeah, this will be a drive home. That's not too much difference.
Head west towards State Route 605.
Hour 15 minutes, 58 miles. I think we're going to be closer to an hour and 45 with no major issues. But I'm going to go ahead and get myself strapped in and we'll start this lovely drive together. I do want to take one moment and say this truck is insured. I have a DMV trip pass. This is all above board. Truck looks sketchy. It does run well. It does stop well. So I did want to just take a moment and say that, like, this is not me disregarding the law or anything like that. I have insurance on it. I have the title for it. I have, like, all the stuff that I need if I'm stopped, and there's a lot of cops on the way, so we might see me get stopped. But yeah, I'll go ahead and strap you guys up and we'll get to moving. I'm gonna have to figure out where to put the camera though, because yeah, I don't know about that yet. But like I say, I'm very happy. We even have a functional seat belt that I just dug out. Yeah, I'm thinking the angle's gonna kind of be something like this, because I just don't think I have much going on. I mean, I can bring it up some. We'll see. You hear she's loud. I'm gonna take the back road. Come on, I want second gear right there. That's not second, that's second. Air brakes off. When you come off the gas, so be ready for that. The only thing is, I'm going to hit a very narrow bridge up here. I can barely hear the music in my ear, my one ear, over this truck. Just slow down coming up to this, because this should be the little bridge. Yep. Okay, nobody coming. I hope my plow fits. That's legitimately a concern. I think we're good. Fuck. Woo, we're barely good. That was tight. I wish I could have a mount up here, but I don't know where my suction mount went. Sorry, guys. Ideally, if everything works, you won't see much of this drive. But I want this cam going in case it doesn't work. Oh, I just killed the truck. if you guys saw that, but my steering wheel was jerking really bad. So let's see what that's about. My concern was the front wheel, so let's check those out to start. My wheels look good. I don't see anything underneath that looks like the wheels are moving, which is my impression. Same thing, nothing back here to look like it's moving. Maybe that's engine braking. Back here, they all look good all the way around. I brought this truck more against the side to try to see if I can push on this wheel, but I don't see anything happening, so we'll go ahead and make it back on the road. So we're a couple days later here. Where the video left off, this GoPro here was overheating, and so was the truck. So the GoPro shut off on me. I pulled over to the side of the road, had to shut the truck down, and what it looked to be was a twofold issue. Well, a twofold solution. Let me get the hood open. There we go. So the issue was heating, which under this clamp is cracked. This whole thing was slid back, and the crack that's right about here was at the edge of the nipple, and it was caused by this. So what I was able to do was slide it on there more and get the crack under the clamp. I did have to wait about a half hour for the truck to cool down. I did that, and then I also took the blade here, lowered the blade so I'd get more airflow into the radiator. Between those two things, the truck made it the rest of the way home. At the same time, I noticed that this hose here, well, it's this metal piece, is deteriorating. So I was getting a bunch of leakage on both ends of it. I'll see what I can do about replacing that. And you can already see that, like, they've had some issues with it previously. So replace this hose. I mean, this one still looks good, but I'll go through and check, like, all the other hoses. Replace what's needed. But I sat on the side of the road for about a half hour while the truck cooled down. Moved that clamp. And then proceeded to drive it home. Now, I was cutting it close on daylight when I was driving to start with. I would have had about like 15-20 minutes of before sunset if I didn't have the problem. I got home after sunset with lights that don't work. Now, sunset, we'll call it, I still had enough light to see. So, thankfully I was able to make it home. If I was further away, I would have parked the truck and gotten an Uber. But I was close enough that I went ahead and made the run. So we'll definitely do a video kind of going over this truck a little more. But obviously, I mean, there's a ton of work in getting my compressor fixed so we can sandblast all this. I have a sandblaster, but I might get a bigger one. I mean, you see, like, Yeah, it's, oh, you're down there. It's yummy. In the cab floors are pretty much shot, so we're gonna have to go through that. And the articulation for the side to side on the pump, you actually see it still leaking, probably because I was just standing on it and I pushed it around some, but it's got a slow leak in it. So definitely some stuff to do. And then I got some IBC totes for other projects that will be on the channel because they are vehicle related. Plan is to fix up this truck because it's got the plow and the dump. Don't know if the dump works. I have a new PTO line and remains to be seen kind of what we're going to do with it and that kind of stuff. But for sure, hit the like, leave a comment, let me know, like, you know, where can I find good deals on trucks this size? Because I'm looking to probably have another 2 or 3 of these trucks within the next calendar year. So by like the plow season start of 2023, I want 3 to 4 CDL trucks that are ready to hit the road and start plowing, and then I'll also have a couple trucks that are non-CDL to go plow. And I know this is a gasser, but with what these IBC totes are for, I'm going to mostly be looking for diesel trucks coming forward. So, you know, but thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have anything to say about this behemoth, and I will see you again next time.